Shannon Kadlovski, and I'm a certified nutritionist and healthy lifestyle specialist. And today I'm here with Briana Santoro from The Naked Label, and we are talking, hello Briana.
Woo, happy to be here.
Thanks for being here. We are talking all things for how you can get the gunk out of your life starting today. And some of the things that we're going to talk about are some simple daily habits that you can do to help improve your digestion in order to, alleviate any digestive symptoms, gas, bloating, pain, improve your overall digestive function so that you can start feeling amazing today. So we're going to just, chat back and forth, share some great tips for you. And at the same time, we're going to share some of the great tools in this book right here. This is my new book, yay, coming out June 11th. And some of the, briefly I'm going to talk about the concept behind the book, and then we're going to share some of our tips and tools that you can start doing right now. So the concept of the book is based on 21 super simple, highly effective, and realistic tips that you can incorporate into your life. Things that you can do that don't make it feel like living healthy is an overwhelming change, that everything in your life has to change in one day. It's really about making those baby steps. And so again, today we're going to share some of those baby steps with you and hope to encourage you to start living that gunk-free life. So Briana, let's just dive right into it.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's start by offering some advice on how the viewers can start improving their digestive function. So one thing that I highly recommend, and it's one of the things that's included in the book as well, but it's kind of always where I start when it comes to digestion, is lemon water.
Totally. I actually wrote a blog article talking about that, waking up to Mr. Lemon.
Yeah.
He's a good friend to wake up to every day. Totally. I completely agree with lemon water. It is like a woman or a man's best friend, especially first thing in the morning, because we wake up and we're dehydrated. Right? So we need to make sure that we're getting lots of water. And at the same time, we've gone, probably a number of hours before we've had a bowel movement, and it really helps to get things flowing. It also helps with detoxification and getting that gunk out in the morning. So 2 thumbs up for lemon water for sure.
Yeah. Squeeze half of a fresh lemon into your glass of water. Drink on an empty stomach. I like to do it, like you said, first thing in the morning because it really gets your system going on that empty stomach. And it's also something that you can do about 20 minutes before each meal. It's going to help break down the food from your meal and really help to provide that, powerful digestion.
Yeah, and it's actually alkalinizing on the body. Most people think it's acidic because we think of lemons as being acidic, but lemon juice is actually alkalinizing on the body. And today we have so many acidic foods in our diet, so it's really great to kind of boost that alkalinity as well.
Yes, perfect. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, digestion and improve your digestive function, is probiotics. So some of my favorite sources, I recommend supplementing with a high quality probiotic supplement. But in terms of foods, and we'll get back to that in a minute on how you can actually do that and what to look for when choosing one. Some of food sources that I really like are yogurt, miso, and tempeh. Those are my go-to when it comes to probiotics. I don't know, Briana, do you have any others to sort of add in there?
I love sauerkraut. I'm a big sauerkraut fan. I went to Germany a couple of years ago with my husband. We did the Oktoberfest in Munich. We have a friend who lives there. We went to visit them and just absolutely fell in love with the sauerkraut there and have been hooked on it ever since. And, we often think of the typical German, oh, you put sauerkraut on a sausage or something like that. But actually you can put it on so many different things, even including it in a salad or something like that. So I encourage everyone to really experiment, get some sauerkraut, and help those digestive juices get flowing.
And something like a tempeh, it sort of sounds not super appetizing, but it's a fermented soybean product. It tastes really good because the great thing about it is that on its own doesn't really have much of a taste. So it's whatever flavor you add to it that gives it that flavor. So you can add it to any dish the same way that you would like a chicken or a beef or a fish. It's a really good source of protein at the same time as being super rich in probiotics. So I would definitely say if you haven't tried out tempeh, definitely give it a try.
Yeah, yeah. I actually made a chili one time and I put it in there and fooled all the meat eaters at the table. They had no idea that it was hidden with tempeh.
Exactly. You know, I had a class once when I was teaching cooking classes, and I had a group of men attending my class, and they all sort of looked at the tempeh, and they looked at me and said, "There is no chance that we're eating this." I mean, the look of it. I'm going to be honest with you, so that there are no sort of, hidden things here. It doesn't look the best. You know, there's some, you can see the fermentation process right there on the tempeh. You can see those spots happening from the fermentation. So it doesn't look the best, but once they all tried it, and these were like meat-eating men, everyone changed their mind. So don't be fooled by the sound and the look of it. Really just try it and see how it works for you. And, if you like it, it would be a good, good thing to sort of start implementing into your diet. So I would say start with those. In terms of probiotic supplements, if you are looking to supplement with a probiotic, which is going to help re-inoculate our gut with beneficial bacteria. And so basically what a probiotic is, should probably explain this first, is a probiotic provides that beneficial bacteria that our digestive system needs in order to function optimally. So when you're supplementing for a probiotic, probiotics are live bacteria. And so when you're choosing one, you want to choose one that's in the refrigerator section at your health food store or wherever you're buying it. You want to make sure that's refrigerated because these live enzymes need to stay cool in order to survive. So that's tip number one in choosing a supplement. And the second thing that you want to look for is you want to make sure that it has a large quantity of those enzymes. So something at least over 2 billion live enzymes, that's something that you would see on the bottle right there. That's something that you would want to look for. So those would be my tips.
I definitely recommend. I mean, a lot of people, when they come in and they're looking at improving their overall health, digestion is typically the place where we start. And oftentimes, probiotics can make some major changes. It's such a simple thing to do, but it makes major changes in how you feel and your overall wellness. So yeah, I definitely think it's an important thing to implement.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I mean, digestion, so you talk about improving digestion. This isn't only for people who have, gas after they eat or bloating after they eat or the common symptoms. Improving your digestive function really is the start of healing your overall system, right? And so if you have any other symptoms going on that you may not think are related to your digestive system, addressing digestion and really making sure that it's functioning optimally is going to help improve a lot of other systems in your body. So don't wait until you have a stomach ache or wait until you have some acid reflux to sort of start protecting your system. Start now in order to sort of prevent other things from happening.
Totally. And it's not just that we are what we eat, but it really is that we are what we absorb.
Totally. I love that. And I say that all the time too. It really is. You are what you can absorb, right? Because if you're eating something and your body's not assimilating it, it's just coming out the other end. It's really not offering much value to you. So the next sort of tip that I wanted to offer, another great digestive aid when you talk about absorption, it's something that really helps with absorption as well, is aloe vera juice.
Yeah, love aloe vera.
Yeah, so one thing, we talked about the lemon water. So one thing that I sometimes will do in the morning is I'll add a tablespoon or two of aloe vera juice to my lemon water. So not only are you getting the benefits of the lemons, of the water, of the aloe vera juice itself, which we talked about is great for digestion, you're helping your body with absorption as well. And the aloe vera juice is great for acid reflux. It has those digestive enzymes that we actually need to digest and break down our food, so it really helps us with that. And for someone suffering from, constipation, it actually helps to relieve that, and it sort of gets your system sort of flowing. So, try some aloe juice, and you can add it to your smoothie, you can add it to your lemon water, you can take it right off the spoon any way you like.
Yeah, I know so many people think that, aloe vera just, aloe vera, it's this plant. And, I remember when I was in grade 1, we had this plant in our classroom, and every time you had a boo-boo, you'd go and break off a piece of the leaf and put it in your cut. And, it's so powerful. We knew about its power then, but think about the power that it can have in terms of soothing the digestive system. You talked about acid reflux, totally. And I was also going to make a note, too, about constipation, because you mentioned in Get the Gunk Out, you talk about constipation and also about people, how many bowel movements we should be having a day. And oftentimes people will say like, oh, I'm not constipated. I'll say, how often do you have a bowel movement? Oh, once every 3 days, like maybe every other day, no big deal. And I'll say like, really, you should be having at least 1 to 3 bowel movements a day. And they're just blown away by that statistic. So yeah, I mean, if lemon juice and aloe vera can at least kind of help with that process, it's going to be great. And the reason we want to make sure we're having those healthy bowel movements, regularly is because if we aren't, then we're actually keeping the gunk in, which is the whole point, is we're trying to get it out. So these things are going to be really helpful for that.
Exactly. That's exactly it. So yeah, those are some, great tips. I think maybe we should just offer one more. We said we'd do 3, but let's just offer one more.
Love it.
One that is super important, and I think, I couldn't leave here without mentioning it, is fiber.
Oh, yeah.
Fiber sometimes is kind of overlooked. A lot of products, you think that you're eating a lot of fiber during the day because the product says maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 grams of fiber, but really our fiber intake should be between 25 and 40 grams a day. And most people, surprisingly, are getting maybe 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So 2 great ways that I incorporate fiber into my diet, and I think it's a really easy way to do it, are chia seeds and flax seeds.
Yeah. Yeah. So fantastic. So fantastic. Especially grinding up the flax seeds, throwing them in anything. I mean, putting them on a salad, even if you're going to eat some pizza or something like that, sprinkle them on top. Just stick them on everything. Keep them on your, keep them in your fridge and take them out at mealtime and just stick them on whatever you're eating.
Exactly. So I'm going to give away some freebies here in terms of how to actually use these products. There's a lot more detail in the book, of course, on how to use them, store them, recipes including them, and all that kind of stuff. But what I will say is that when you're using flax seeds, you want to make sure that they're ground flax seeds, because otherwise they go through your hole, you don't absorb them, and again, like Briana mentioned, you are what you absorb. So if you're not absorbing them, they come out the other end, and essentially you're really not getting much out of them. So always make sure that your flax seeds are ground. Once they are ground, they release volatile oils. So when that happens, you want to make sure that you're storing them in the fridge or even the freezer to keep them from going rancid, essentially. Yeah. So that is one sort of bonus tip in using flax seeds. And the one last thing I'm going to say about chia seeds and why I really love them is that it is so important to have proper blood sugar control. For everything from weight management to mood to energy to food cravings, our blood sugar levels really sort of dictate all of those things. And so what chia does is it actually helps to slow down the absorption of the sugars from the food that we're eating into our bloodstream. So if you're eating something and you put some chia seeds into it, it's actually going to help to slow down the release of those blood sugars and prevent energy crashes, prevent future food cravings. So it really helps not only with digestion, but again, with those food cravings, weight management, and a whole host of other, great things.
Totally. And I thought you did such a great job in the book too, Shannon, of really explaining that process to people, because I think that sometimes we're kind of confused and we think that, we gain fat by eating fat. And you did a really great job of sort of walking people through and explaining how actually carbohydrates can lead to fat gain and how fiber and chia seeds and things like that can actually help with that.
Exactly. So there's a lot of misconception. What I tried to do with the book is sort of overcome those misconceptions and, identify the truth behind what's actually going on and, try to do it in a sort of a step-by-step way that actually makes sense and that you can actually, sort of easily apply into your life. So.
Yep, I loved it. Yeah. Our Naked Label viewers absolutely love recipes, right? They're crazy about recipes. They love recipes and all this fun stuff to get, dancing and having a blast in the kitchen. So why don't you just kind of walk us through some of the awesome stuff and recipes and things like that you've got in the book to share with them?
Yeah, so in the book there are tons of recipes. Simple ones too. I mean, I'm a nutritionist, but I love spending hours in the kitchen, and I couldn't imagine many people loving it, right? So you want quick and simple things that are easy to make, that you can have for leftovers, that you can make sort of at the drop of a hat, and that, using not too many ingredients that it feels overwhelming. So there's tons of recipes. And, the book also includes sort of grocery lists, including brand names, so it makes it easy for you to navigate the grocery store, to know what you actually need to buy to make these recipes.
Yes.
Yeah, and then, so it includes, foods to eat, foods to avoid, things to look for on product labels. It sort of just makes it, easy to navigate what we're doing for mealtime. So, meal prep tips, things to make it go faster, right? That's what we all want. So tips on how to actually plan and prepare your meals ahead of time so that it doesn't feel like you're in the kitchen cooking for an hour and a half when it really could be a, 20, 30-minute process.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of it too is, just getting back to food and having fun with it and, really understanding the power that food can have in our life and not just in terms of making us feel great, but I'm a huge believer in food being such a connector, right? It's the thing that brings family around the table at the end of the day. It's the thing that we go and do with friends when we're meeting up, for dinner or what have you. And I just think there's so much greatness and power in food. And when we can share that in such a healthy way, I think it's just such a blessing and such a gift. Well, we're all about at The Naked Label helping people fall madly about themselves and their lives by transforming their relationship with food. And I think that this book, Get the Gunk Out, definitely is in line with that, that belief and our mission to, really create a world where everyone can be healthy and feel fabulous. And I'm just, so excited for the book launch and for everybody who's going to be eating healthy from it. It's awesome.
I know, right? That's the best thing is, hopefully this book reaches, people who will actively make, those changes in their lives and take the tools and apply them so that they can really start to feel the amazing benefits of, healthy living and healthy eating. So thank you so much, Briana, for being here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun. So the last thing that I want to mention is that between June 11th and June 13th, we're having our special book launch bonus offer. So anyone who purchases their copy of Get the Gunk Out between those dates is going to receive awesome bonus gifts from industry leaders, free bonus gifts. They're going to also receive special savings on some of my favorite health and wellness products, and they're going to receive a special bonus gift from me as well. So you're going to have to sort of tune in, check out ShannonKadlovski.com for all of the details. And, I look forward to getting the gunk out with you.
Yay! Party!
Thanks so much, Briana, for being here, and we'll see you soon.
Perfect. See you later, Shannon.
Yeah.